Hello, hello, and welcome back to Wendy's Colouring. And today, yay, I've got a new present. Lovely people at Arrtx have sent me some of their acrylic markers. Yay, because, well, we'll have a look at this second, but you might have noticed in the past already, I have got quite a lot of Arrtx markers already that I've bought myself. So this set, well, my original one of these I've had a long time and I loved it so much I've run quite a lot of it out. So this is my new set. That is the A set. I think they were the pastel sets, aren't they? I think that's how we always knew them. But that set I've had a long time, years and years. And I did add the Bs to it, which I think have a bit more kind of bright colours. Might all be mixed up. I'm not very good at keeping them in the original order. And I think possibly these were the first ones we got, didn't we? Some of the earliest of the brush markers. I've probably not used this one quite as much, but they're still pretty good pens. And I did also get, again, all these bought by me, the add-on set. I don't know if they do this one in this format anymore, but again, it just had some extra colours that I did get. So I'm no stranger to Arrtx markers. And when they were saying, oh, would you like to see some Arrtx markers? I was like, yeah, I've kind of seen a lot of Arrtx markers already, but yes, new ones, yes, please. Most definitely. And look at this packaging first of all. It's very similar and very reminiscent of the Arrtx pencils packaging in that obviously it's a tall box, and this, it's very hard to show you this direction but without them all going everywhere, but this obviously lifts off. We'll have a look at it in a second. So yeah, this is the 60 colours based on the A set. So I think it's the pastel-y of the other two was the A one, so that was the old A ones. This is now going to be the new A set, 60A, and this is an extension to that pastel set. Woo! Pastel set was my favourite, hence why I'm on the second box of it. And yeah, I'm really excited to have a look at it. But you've got, again, try and hold it without knocking them flying. Let me get you right up to it. So as you can see, we've got a whole range of different colours in this box, and obviously from that original 30A set, there's a lot of colours in this box, and I think there's quite a few, 12 new colours I think in this box compared to their previous versions. So I think on the main swatches here, if it's got a C in front of it, then it is a new colour. So we've kind of got a new kind of skin tony here in CO2, and I think we've got some new ones here, C14, C17, C21, and then it comes down to some more C's down here, C51, C52, C53, and then we've also got some fluorescence in here, and there's some metallics in here as well. So yeah, some quite interesting. I think the J's are the metallics, so J4, J10, J30, J35 are metallics. Very keen to see what they look like. Obviously I like a metallic pen now and again. And fluorescence, I don't think I've got any acrylic fluorescence, so also keen to see how they are as well. So there's quite a lot of really nice extra additions in this box that I'm quite interested in having a look at. And they've also sent me another little gifty thing with this, which has, oh hello, escaping, oh cute, some little Easter bunny kits that I'm guessing you could do with the acrylic pens, but I'm a bit precious about my acrylic pens. Oh, I've got another little eggy as well. They're cute, aren't they? I like those as well. I might well colour in my Easter bunnies. That's cute, isn't it? I like those. We might come back to them later, or I might find a page, one of the two. But yes, our lovely little Arrtx box. Same as our pencils one, just slides off, and I've knocked all the stickers out the back of it. And yeah, ooh, let's have a look what we've got in stickers. So obviously the pens look lovely, don't they? And as you might be able to see, it's kind of very much like the pencil design holder. Let me take the fluorescence out whilst keeping them in order, because I've not put my stickers on yet. It has, as you can see at the bottom, or hopefully you can see if I can persuade my camera to focus down there, it's got kind of like a plastic divider in there, little cube divider, and it is quite hard plastic. It's not it's not just a flimsy little thing, and they're holding those pens quite nicely. They've got a little bit of movement on them, but they're still in there and they're all sturdy, and I can kind of be quite violent, and they're still all staying in place. As you can see, we've got, as we had before, stickers, which I don't want to lift them out yet. Stickers to add. So we did have this in my old set. Well, I think my first set didn't have any stickers at all. I think it was the later ones that they added this additional stickers. So we've got stickers that can go on the side of the barrel of the pen, which we'll have a look at in a minute. But we've also got another little addition, which I'm guessing these little circles will fit quite nicely into the top ends of these pens, so that when you've got them in this kind of stand arrangement I'm presuming to use, you can see your swatch numbers to compare to your chart quite easily. So I think that's quite a nice idea. I'm going to grab a old one out of my other set just so we can see what the differences might be. These might be a bit worn looking, we'll see. What have I picked? I've picked a pink. So yeah, this is one of my original set because it doesn't have any stickers on at all. But yeah, let's pick a completely different colour then I don't get them mixed up together. Let's have a look at them. So my initial observation is the normal little pen clip has changed. You've now got a little short version that's really just a lump to stop the thing from rolling off. It no longer, like, I can't get my nail in it anymore. It's no longer an actual clip, but let's be honest, we're not really clipping these on anything, are we? And to stop it rolling off the table, that's quite useful. Print looks pretty much the same. I don't think there's a huge amount of difference between them if we carry on turning. And again, by the time you get to the back, is it the same code? I'm thinking it is, isn't it? No difference at all. Obviously, I don't know if the barcode's any different. Let's have a look at nibs. Oop, my original one and my new one. Excuse my wrinkly hand. And yeah, there's not a huge amount of difference. I think they are a little bit shorter, a bit more rounded in form, aren't they? Because these ones are quite triangular, my original ones. But I think that is more of a curved nib and a little bit more squat than my original ones. I think I do prefer that. It kind of gives me Copic vibes a bit. Have I got one handy? Oh yeah, I have. So yeah, if we take off my Copic marker, obviously not an acrylic marker, but yeah, the nibs, they're pretty similar, aren't they? Look at them. Different materials, I think, because they have this kind of texture look on the Arrtx, and obviously you don't want that on an alcohol marker, so I think the material is different, but certainly the shape of them looks a very similar nib to my Copics. Can't argue about that, can you? Because that's a good thing to have. Then obviously we've got this lovely storage system, so I think my job one is to maybe get these stickered up so I can play with them a little bit, because obviously keep taking them out, I'm risking not being able to get my stickers on the right pen in the right order. So I think before I do any more playing, and also I want to see how these go on. In fact, let's do one now. Let's do the white. Let's have one on the body. My stickers on one of my sets, I did need to tape on my original one, so I'm interested to see how these go on. Oh yeah, these feel a lot firmer than my original set. Yeah, let's try this little diddy one to go in the tops. Yeah, I quite like that. Wasn't too tricky to get on. So I think before I do anything else, I'm going to pause you and sticker it up, and then I'm not frightened of losing the order and not getting my stickers on in the right place, because that is worrying me. Back in a second when I've stickered up my beauties. See you in a minute. Okay, yay. That actually took a lot longer than I thought. So yeah, I will definitely say these stickers are much, much stickier than the ones in my old set that I've stuck on before. Once you've put these on, they really don't want to peel off. There was one I did a bit wonky, and yeah, it's not for moving. Once it's on, it's on. The little ones, yeah, the little ones are alright, maybe because I've got long nails. I can't lie, I found that a bit tricky. Well, as you can see, pushing it in when you've got long nails isn't the easiest, but I've had it propped up on the side on the old markers just so I've got them all facing me. But as you can see, it does make them much easier to see the colours when you've got them all laid out. And I have literally just been having them on the side but slightly propped up a little bit so that they're literally facing me here whilst I'm working with them. And yeah, I think when you're actually working with them, that'll be a great little way to have them all available rather than having to keep, because that is the thing I do find with the old ones, because these are trays in here, you're constantly kind of flipping the trays. Oh, it's not this one, it's the other box. You know what I mean. I think that's a little bit it's much easier to see, and especially having these on the end, I think that's a really good addition. Full marks to whoever thought of sticking those on the end. Obviously it's a bit of a faff putting the stickers on, I can't lie. There's 15 minutes of my life I'm never getting back, but I do like it now it's done, and they're done. It's not taking me that long. It's fairly easy to do, and they're nice and clear, aren't they? They're easy to read. If my camera will focus, they're easy to read from whichever direction you're having a look at them at. I did notice the design was slightly different when you were on the metallics. So the metallics have these, come on camera, these have these little metallic flowers on them, whereas the other pens have this little purpley heart. I did wonder whether the fluorescents would have a different one, but they've still got the normal purpley heart that the other ones have if I don't drop them. But yeah, the little metallics have got little metallic flowers on them, just so you can spot the difference between them. I can't see what I'm doing. I'm just feeling my way. It's no good. I'm going to have to look. There we go. They are quite, the little caps are quite a tight little fit in those little sections. Obviously, that's what keeps them in place. I think the whole cap is slightly different as well. This whole design inside feels different to how the other ones work. So they're clearly continuing to develop this product into something a little bit more. But yeah, I really like how these look with the little ends on. I think it's a nice addition, and there looks to be some really nice colours in here as well. Looking forward to having a play with them. But yeah, particularly the fluorescents. Like I say, I don't think I've got any fluorescents, and the caps really are really zingy. I don't know if it comes out on camera just the same, but yeah, when my lights are on it, it really does feel like, it almost feels like there's a little fairy light in there. They're so kind of bright. They're really vivid plastic on those ones. What do the nibs actually look like? I've picked the darker of the, let's have a look at the pink, not the purple. Because the purple highlighter's never that bright. Oh, that is pretty zingy pink. Yeah, I think these have been stood that way a little bit. So they have a little bit flooded the nibs, but I think once I've got them back flat, obviously they've just been in the postage to me, and I think they've come a little bit of a way. So will they still stand like that? Oh yeah, they will. You could have them completely flat. Just thinking, because obviously these are pens that are designed to be stored horizontally, not upright like they are in the container like this. Once you put the lid back on, which they go on pretty easy, then you can tilt them on the side quite easily, and even when you've shook them about, they're still all in their same spots when you open it back up again. So it'd be quite easy to have them up on your desk just while you're using them. I suppose you could have them completely stood up like that on your desk while you're using them, but make sure you put them back flat the other way, this way, back when you're storing them, because that is how they're designed to be stored. So it does say it on the box, this product needs to be stored horizontally, so like that. But I think in the post it's kind of been the other way up. Thank you, Mr. Postman. But I can't complain. These have arrived in beautiful condition. Box, beautiful, no dinges, Really lovely. Very impressed with them. So, as you might imagine, I want to see what they look like. So I did print off this little sheet that is just one of my hand-drawn little pens, and I've literally just hand numbered them, and I do just want to pinch out a couple of the newer ones, so I definitely want to have a look at a fluorescent. So this one, F22 fluorescent orange. I'm very curious because it just looks like a normal pen when you look at it like that, but what's it? Oh, that is zingy. Nope, that is a fluorescent. They are not telling lies. So yeah, if you like using your fluorescent pencils, I know a lot of people use them for colouring on lots of night effects, but you still want to get rid of some of the black lines, or you want to add a little bit more zinginess to them. Again, I never think fluorescent comes across particularly well on camera, but that is, take my word for it, that is a pretty zingy pen. And yes, it's quite full of ink, as you can see. I'm getting it everywhere. Like I say, I think mine have been a bit upright for a little bit longer than is ideal for these type of markers, so keeping them flat, folks. I'm going to do the pink as well because I'm so curious. F33, this one is going to be zingy. Oh yeah, pretty zingy. 33, isn't it? Yeah, this one. Yeah, these are jam-packed full of ink. Hardly need to press at all to get a really nice amount of colour off. And look how thin I can get marks with this pen. Really just nice, thin little marks. Obviously I don't want them in this box, but I can. And because that's how I use them, I'm quite often doing that kind of thing, getting rid of the edge of a line where I've been working with the pencils. Obviously that's the kind of control that I really want with my markers. I've got a few sets of markers that are quite big brush ends, but I use fine markers that have got a nice tip a lot more. Those are beautifully bright and drying really nice. Look, you saw how many marks I was just putting in that pink one, but look how flat it's still drying. Really nice. Matte, definitely. The orange is, yeah, the orange is dry already, and I can see the pink is semi-dry. Very nice. I like them a lot. Let's have a look at a couple of the metallics. So we've got this one, got the little metallic flower, and oh, and it says little metallic colours, J35. So it kind of feels like a silver blue. Ooh. Again, it is flooding a little bit because it's not been flat, but I should clean the nibs up and they'll be fine. J35 is that one. Let's have a look. Ooh. Oh, that ink is lovely. Yeah, that really is lovely colour. Gosh, it really just, it feels like you're just brushing on pure metallic. Absolutely beautiful colours. Let me cap it up, I don't want to lose any of it. Look at that. Yeah, that is definitely a metallic colour. I want to prop these up because so that I'm not making the flooding worse. I want to see another metallic now. A nice metallic blue, J30. Ooh. Yeah, bit leaky, but looks beautiful. Let's have a look. Ooh, yeah. Again, pure metallic straight away. Going over the lines, I'm so excited. Do me a little brush at the end. Yeah. Knocking the whole set over now. Ooh. Yeah, they're lovely. I like them. What else? I can't resist. I'm going to do another metallics. There's like a rosy gold one. Let's have a look. What number is this? J10. I'm not going to swatch them all on camera. I'll do them all and come back, but I just can't resist the excitement of these metallics. Ooh, this is like metallic pink. Yeah, that's lovely. Again, could do little finey marks if I wanted to, but I don't. Not for this. Yeah, the metallics, lovely. Do dry nice and matte. This is just a photocopy paper that I've got. It's one of my, I think it's Navigator. Yeah, Navigator paper. So it's just a cheap one from the supermarket. It's a little bit thicker than some, but it's going to warp a little bit because obviously these are very wet at the moment. But yeah, those dry lovely. Hardly any brush mark in them at all. No overlap marks. Very nice. Let's try, what else have we got? I'm thinking, let's try one of the regular colours. So I think this is a new one, CO2. Where is it? Up here. So it's kind of a, just off-white. I don't know if it'll show up or not on here. Yeah, it will. Oh, it kind of feels a bit like a milk colour. Almost feels milk or cream-like. Okay, it's quite an unusual shade, that. That could be very useful as well. See how well it goes over my actual line work. Not bad. Yeah, like a milky cream colour. What else was a new one? Just playing Spot the Seas now. There's one. C17 and C14. We'll do 17. Just because it's a nice orangey colour. C17 is that one. Ooh. It's like a pastel orange. That's nice as well. Again, how well is it going over my black? Pretty well. Yeah, very nice. So, obviously I could be here all day playing with these, but it's not the most riveting to watch, is it? So I think what I'll do is I'll swatch all these beauties and then we'll be back to have a look what they all look like when they're dry and done. And yeah, just see how they go. So for you, be a minute. For me, I think it's going to take quite a while because there's a lot of pens in this box. This 60 set, yeah. It's a pretty big set of pens really for acrylic markers, isn't it, in one go? I'm quite impressed. Anyway, see you in a minute. Okay, and I'm back. So yeah, I've swatched all my lovely markers and here it is. So yeah, it's a nice palette of colours, isn't it? And these are zingy. So I have done one coat only of these, each of these colours that are on here, and in the main mostly I tried to go over the line of the edge of my pen, so you can kind of, I think the only ones I forgot to do were the ones that are probably the most important to do that with the very light ones at the top there, but as I got further down I twigged what I was doing a bit more and deliberately kind of went over. But yeah, for one coat I'm pretty impressed with them really. Even these lighter pinks are kind of covering it even on a first go. These couple, yeah, these three, probably I would do another coat if it was on a colouring page that I was working on. Maybe that orange, that's a little bit translucent as well. But I'm quite pleased I've kind of gone over the edge because I can kind of see at a glance which one's like 44 there. That one's not covering very well, but all of these are pretty strong. So, but yeah, they're nice. One coat. And I think the other thing that's quite nice that I am noticing is you're not really seeing any kind of lines where one coat meets the other, because I've kind of gone cross, 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 cross. So sometimes you get like a flood in the middle, don't you? And pretty much for most of them, they've dried pretty even though, you know, naturally, because of how I've coloured them, you would get a little bit of overlap in that middle point where I've, instead of going all the way down the pen, I've done half and then half. If that makes any sense. I'm not sure I am. But yeah, they've dried pretty evenly on all of them, really. Even this kind of really strong, it's quite, obviously this is going to be a translucent, this fluorescent, but yeah, you can't see where one bit of my work is touching the other. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with how they've dried, and it's a really pretty colour palette, isn't it? I love these earlier metallics that I did. Obviously there's gold and silver. I think gold and silver were in the old packs, weren't they, as well? But these ones I've not seen before. J4, J10, J30, J35, they were really nice. But yeah, I love all these kind of fresh citrusy tones down this side. Lovely sets of purples. I like these really super soft 40, 42, like light lilac, light pink. They're really lovely. These are actually really useful colours as well. Down in these 50s, they're quite nice. Yeah, quite pleased with them. I'm pleased with how they've dried. They don't seem like, obviously I can fold and bend this. It's not cracking. They're drying quite nicely. They've still got a little bit of flexibility. Yeah, very pleased. So, what I thought I might try them out on, just bunch them up there a little bit so I've got a bit of room, is I've got this book new in. I'm not really one for colour by number, but I have noticed a few people doing these kinds of colour by numbers with acrylic markers, and I thought that might be quite nice to have a go at it. So I've only got this one book. I probably won't get any more of these books, but I thought it might be quite nice to have a go with these just because they've got a colour palette in them already. And I thought, looking at my swatch, surely I must be able to do this little selection of colours. So I have had a pre-look and had a look. So as you can see, I've got myself a little key of the 1 to 9 and 0 and A to G. And I've kind of figured out which ones of these would be okay. I think the only thing I was struggling with a little bit was this, there's like a number 3 here on my little book, is a navy, and there isn't, I could have maybe got away with the dark purple, the 47 in there, but I've not cheated and looked at the back key to see what it is. So I thought, no, I'll pinch a navy out of one of my other sets. So I've gone for A90, which is this one, out of, hold on, I'll show you what set it's out of, just in case. It is an older set, so it's out of this set, which
Here's
is
what I found.
Nobody asked you watch, excuse my watch butting in. It's just out of this thin one. So I think this was an extender set, 24. So these ones are the older ones that have got a small brush on one side. I think they've got like a normal nib on the other side. So I've just added in that one because it is, shift that out of the way, a little bit darker just for this A90, which is my number 3 on here. And the other one I've nipped in is 15, which is from, again, should have done it while I was turned around, sorry, excuse my squeaky chair, which is from this set, the B set, which again is an old one of mine. I've just nipped 15 in for this lighter section for G. But all the other ones are from this nice selection, and they look pretty good, I think. The dark green goes quite nicely. 60, it's quite nice for that one. So I'm hoping these should be a good selection. So obviously I don't want to leave my markers in the upright position like this, but I do just need to fish out all of these little lists. So I'm going to need the black, which in this is 98. I nearly said it wrong then, and then I thought, no, it's not that. 90, nice grey. I've got my A90, so I'm 38 for dark blue, 35 for a medium blue, and 32 for my light blue. Then in my browns I want C53, I want 50, which I think is nearer the front. Oh no, I'm telling lies, there it is. 50, I want 8, which is that one. I want C60, C61, 49, which I love, that is a beautiful colour, 49, 44, which is also, look at that zingy pink, very nice, 28, C52, C51, and I've got my 15. And that is how easy it is to pick your colours out. Isn't it great though? Yeah, I do like it, and you can kind of see the inside little sections a little bit more. Possibly these might come out, I've not tried. If you want them, oh yeah, they will, look, yay! See, maybe I should have tried that earlier. Can I keep hold of these so we can have a look at it properly? Oh, don't come out. So yeah, so you've got a little bit that, you get back in. Oh, I don't know which one he was out of now. It's always a naughty one, isn't there? But yeah, so you've got the little, ooh, can I hold them all? You can see the bottom that they all kind of sit into quite nicely. So clearly they've been designed specially just to catch the caps at the bottom. But yeah, so you could have them out of the box on your desk like that. Obviously these need to be horizontal really, so hence why I picked out the ones I want to use, so we can move the lovely box out the way from there at the front. And I've got all the markers I need, flat and ready. I don't even need that now because I've got my little key ready. Now, I've never done one of these before. They do look quite complicated, don't they? There's a lot of line work in it. But now I'm looking, I can see all these are G, so I'm guessing there's lines on here that are just there to naturally confuse you, which is a bit naughty, isn't it? I'm going to give this a wrong. I can see it coming down. Oh, it looks quite complicated. What was I thinking when I decided I'd have a go at this? So, obviously this is going to take me a little bit of time to figure out. Let's have a go with a little bit and then I'll... so we've got, I can see a bit of one here. It's literally just that bit. I'll bring you in a bit. If this goes disastrously wrong, it's definitely it's going to be my fault, not the pen's fault, because I don't know what I'm doing. Let's see. I'm so going to go into an area that I'm misreading. Like, is that one down there? Oh yeah, it is. That goes. See, what is nice is just how I've gone off camera now because I'm so busy looking at this complicated set of lines. I drive myself nuts. I can go, like, this is quite a thin little section that needs to be in black, but because these tips are so nice, I can go finer than this section needs. So yeah, I'm fairly happy that hopefully. And I think the other nice thing about this is obviously these dry pretty matte. So I'm thinking once I've put all the acrylic on, and then I can see what on earth it even is. What is this picture? I could use my colour pencils over the top. So if I want to go a bit further than the colour by numbers with whatever this image is, I can still do that. That's the beauty of these, really. Oh, where's this one go? One. Go to there. Yeah, these are complicated. It's me thinking they had a bit of colour by numbers, that'd be easy. No. That hasn't got a number on it at all. Maybe I'm going to have to look up what this is to see whether that line should carry on. Well, there's a bit of one. Do that bit. I think it is a person because these look like eyes to me. Any more ones? Oh, there's one. Oh, that does go down there. Anyway, I'm going to be here a while having a go. Let's try a different colour on it just so we can see what they look like a bit more. See lots of 8s. What G? What was G? G's a skin tony. 7. 3. 2. It's grey. Let's have a bit of that. I think the other thing that I know about these, I know they're going to dry pretty quick, and bits and pieces like this where you're just filling in little sections, I think that's actually quite handy. Oh, is this all grey here? I just unnecessarily coloured in a circle. 2. I don't think I needed to colour that in. Oh, that's got no number on. It's kind of like an easy version of this book. I think maybe I need it. Take it all back. Colour by numbers is not easy. Shows what I know. However, it is really easy to get into the little shapes with these pens. I'm not struggling to, even on these little fine bits, not struggling to manage with them. I'm going to ignore them circles, I don't know what they are. They've got no number in them, so they're going to go grey. Should be white. I've coloured over them now, so it's too late. Is that what happens in these books? The bits have got no colour, no name on, do you stay white? If only I could hear your answer. Maybe I shouldn't have coloured over them on that side. I'll never know now. Might have to use the white pen later to put those white semicircles back in. Who knows? I'll worry about it when I've finished. That's one. Perhaps that's the way to do it. Do the edge and fill in the middle. That seems to be okay, doesn't it? And then 2 is that one. What about these? Those have got no numbers in. This is all 2, 2, 2. Is this all grey? Thing is, I'm going to leave these circles. We'll see whether it makes no sense later. I'm thinking that bit should be grey, but I can see me cheating once I turn the camera off to see what should that be. Because I don't know, this is the first one I've done. I don't think it's very clear. Oh no, 2 goes down there. Down there. 2. Is this 2? Yeah, I think that's 2 as well. 2, 2. Oh, it goes all the way down here. Oh, see, that bit of the ball has got 2 in it, so I'm going to cover over that. Ignore my work emails. Okay. Then it's the fun bit, filling it in. Do I leave these little balls or not? Leave them for now. I would say perhaps I should have read the book first, but it's all in French, so I can't anyway. Perhaps it tells you at the front, there's no thing, leave it white. I don't know. Oops. that is no longer a ball. I've smudged into it. Getting ahead of myself. But yeah, it's going on nicely. No lines where I've gone in different directions. All drying quite even. Yeah, quite pleased with that. So, obviously I'm going to use these on a drawing. That's how I normally use them. This is a new thing for me, but in my colouring normally, go back out a little bit again. In my colouring normally, I'd use them on top of a drawing, so getting rid of the lines that I don't want. So for example, I'm currently working in this book. Let's find the front for you. I'm in the middle of Fairy Bliss by catching the spine on something by Lenka Felinenko. So this one's a deco made version of it. I got it from there a while ago. I've had it a while, but I've been working on, as you can see, I'm in the middle of colouring this. But obviously I've spent quite a bit of time, this is in Holbein's, spent quite a bit of time working her skirt and some of these flowers in. But normally I don't like to leave all of these edge black bits on the flowers. Sometimes I think you've got to be careful how much you take out. Sometimes it can be beneficial to take some out. Sometimes it's very easy to take too much out and you lose the feeling of the drawing. But particularly on these bottom bits, I don't want the black there. So obviously some of these will be ideal. So I'm going to fish out 20 and maybe C21 as well, which are both just there. And look how easy it is to find them. I'm going to use the lightest one first, just to show you what I normally do. Like I say, I've coloured all of this in Holbein. I won't take this all the way up because I think you still need a little bit of the drawing in. But these are excellent for just nudging in, just to take that final little bit of black out. Just to finish the little skirt off, and you see the difference between them. I'll do this one and I'll do those ones, and I'll probably do some of the edges on here, though I might go to something a little bit darker because some of the darker pink is on the edge there. But certainly these ones that are very light on the end, I generally always take the edges out a little bit. And that's where these having really good points on the end is, it's really crucial to being able to get the effect I want with them. Obviously you can press on hard and put a lot of paint down at once and use them that way, but I don't tend to because I want to keep the tips really nice for this kind of work, really. But yeah, you can see the difference it makes. There's a little bit of dark in there that I don't like as well. It's only a very fine line, but if you can take it out and you don't like it, why not? Excuse me turning, but these are very fine lines. And obviously I've spent quite a bit of time on this little page already, so I have to watch myself when I'm doing this and get carried away doing it, and then sometimes look back and think, didn't need to take that one out, I could have left that bit. But yeah, you see the difference between the couple that I've not done and the couple that I have done, and these make such a difference for that, for me. I am picky about how I want the finish, and pens like these, perfect for doing these things. And you can see how many times I'm layering over. This is a heavy print in these books. They are dark printing in them, so when you've got something subtle like a flower, to take them out, you do need something that's going to cover it. And you know, this is quite a light colour. This one is 20 that I'm using, which is this one. And a couple of little bits where the line's really heavy, I've gone over twice, but I'm not waiting for it to dry. I'm literally following my line back and then topping it anywhere I wasn't quite happy with how much is showing through. Sometimes you still kind of want a little bit of the faintness of it coming through. These, obviously, at the end of the petals, I didn't want any coming through, and as you can see, it's going to do that quite nicely. Got quite a bit to do. I'll probably take the bottoms of all of this skirt out, and possibly even down the side of her body there, because that's quite a heavy line, and obviously you wouldn't have a line there naturally. And the skin, obviously I'm going to take out a lot of this lines on the edge of her skin. Gets a little bit tricky when you're working in round her fingers, because again, it's that balance between losing the detail. You can see all her little nails at the moment. When you start to take some of that line out, you are going to lose the little nails as well. So it's a balance of how much you want to take and how much you want to keep. But sets like this are invaluable for me. So very, very grateful to Arrtx for sending them. I think they're lovely pens. I really like this arrangement in the tub. It just makes, when you're trying to find a pen, especially with the little stickers on the top now, obviously in an ideal world, pre-printed, that would be nice, but it's not taking me that long to put them on, and it just makes finding them so much easier. Yeah, I like it. I think it's a nice set. The colours are lovely. I think they've given me a little discount code for them, so if you're interested in having a go and having a look at them, I shall pop the links direct to these in the description box below, and the discount code if I have them. I think currently they are only available on Arrtx's website and on Arrtx's store on AliExpress. I think they've sent me them direct from their website. There is a second set of these that I think they're calling a manga box. It's basically the exact same box as this, but in pink. I did have a look at it to see what pens I didn't have from this set, and looking at it, there's a bit of crossover between the two boxes. So if, like me, you like all the pens in all the colours and you want to see how much doubles, there's 33 that are in this 60 set that I've got that are also in the manga set, but all the others aren't in this set, if that makes sense. But yeah, there's two currently showing on their website. I'll pop the links in the description below. They're on the AliExpress store as well. Again, I'll pop that link in below. I'm not sure whether I've got a discount code for Ali. I've definitely got a discount code for their website, I think. If you want to use Ali, I always pay with PayPal because it gives you a bit of assurance as well. Just to, I personally have never had a problem with AliExpress. I order from them quite a lot normally myself, but I do always use PayPal because it gives a little bit of protection to you as the purchaser. So yes, that's my quick look at these lovely pens. Thank you very much to Arrtx for sending me these. I was really delighted to open them, I can't lie. I was so excited because I do like a nice acrylic marker. As you know, I use them a lot. Every page I work in all my colouring books, not just this one that I was having a little play with, I use acrylic markers on them every day, every time I'm using them. I love working in my colour pencil, but I always finish them off with some acrylic markers, and I have started using them quite a bit in backgrounds as well. Just depends on how much ink you're going to use, doesn't it? It's a bit of a payoff, I think, of going to use them in your background. They're nice in the background, I really like them, but then I'm like, oh, how much of the lovely ink have I used? I want to keep them nice. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I will try and continue with my Disney disaster at some point. You might see it in finished pages, and obviously my little lady from my fairy book I've still got quite a bit to do. As you can see, I was in the middle of the background. That is my current progress, which I very rarely show actually on the channel. Mid-work, mid-flow. Those all pop up in final pages later on down the month. Probably not going to be very many this month, sorry. quite busy month at the moment, but thank you very much for watching. Pop down and have a look at the links if they're interesting to you. Thank you very much for watching. I shall see you in the next one. Bye bye.